And that's 3 major injuries. And I'm sorry, and I know everybody's getting offended by this, and I know in the PC world we live in, we can't say things like this, but he is now Greg Oden. Greg Oden was also hurt in college, so was Joel Embiid.
Guess who's ready to dominate the NBA again? It's Joel Embiid from the Philadelphia 76ers. He's getting ready for a huge comeback, bringing his incredible height and amazing talent back to the court. So, what can we expect? The Philadelphia 76ers are crossing their fingers, all for the return of their star player, Joel Embiid. From a knee injury, reports suggest that the team hopes Embiid will be back on the court in 2 to 3 weeks, just in time for the playoffs. Embiid has been sidelined for the past 23 games due to surgery on his left knee. This news is a big relief. Without him, the Sixers haven't been doing well at all. They've actually been really bad. They dropped from being the 3rd best team down to the 8th. Their record without him is playing 14 wins and 27 losses. But when he's on the court, they won 26 games and only lost 8. That's like going from having the 2nd best record in the league to having the 8th worst. It's a huge gap. Before his injury, Embiid was having an amazing season, even making history by scoring over a point per minute. Only Wilt Chamberlain had done that before in NBA history. Embiid was likely to win his 2nd MVP award in a row. The Sixers played it incredibly well with him on the court, like a finely tuned machine. Nick Nurse, the coach, made sure Embiid got good shots by moving the ball around instead of relying on a 2-player strategy. Embiid got easier shots than ever before, but when he got injured, everything changed. Tyrese Maxey tried his best, but sometimes struggled with the pressure of leading the team, and not many others stepped up to help him. Kelly Oubre did his part, but Tobias Harris didn't perform consistently. Plus, other key players were dealing with injuries, making things even tougher. The team's head coach, Nick Nurse, mentioned that Embiid had been gradually increasing his on-court activities, which is a positive sign for the Sixers. With the regular season winding down and their last game scheduled against the Brooklyn Nets on April 14th, Embiid's potential return would give the team a much-needed boost heading into the postseason. Currently, the Sixers find themselves in a difficult position, sitting at the number 8 seed in the Eastern Conference, with a record of 38-31. If they can't climb up to the top 6 spots, they'll have to battle it out in the postseason play-in tournament. While this isn't ideal, having a healthy Embiid alongside standout guard Tyrese Maxey would significantly improve their chances. Embiid has been a dominant force when he's been on the court this season, averaging an impressive 35.3 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 5.7 assists as well as 1.8 blocks per game in the 34 games he's played. His absence has been keenly felt by the team, with their performance slipping in the standings without him. Although Maxey has stepped up in Embiid's absence, leading the team's offense, it's clear that the Sixers are a different team without their star center. Since Embiid's last game on January 30th, the Sixers have struggled, winning just 9 out of 23 games. The playoffs have been a tough nut to crack for the Sixers in recent years, with early exits plaguing them. While Embiid's return would undoubtedly kick off their chances, there's no guarantees in the playoffs. Nonetheless, having him back in the lineup will give the team a fighting chance, especially considered their solid core of players. Players like Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre Jr., Buddy Hield, Cameron Payne, Kyle Lowry, and Paul Reed have all contributed, but they pale in comparison to some of the star-studded lineups in the Eastern Conference. Teams like the Boston Celtics, Milwaukee Bucks, Cleveland Cavaliers, and New York Knicks boast formidable rosters that pose a challenge for any opponent. With time running out in the regular season, the Sixers are hopeful that Embiid can make a triumphant return. While there's still uncertainty surrounding his comeback, the organization remains optimistic about his potential impact in the playoffs. Embiid's presence on the court could be the difference maker for the Sixers as they aim to make a deep postseason run. The Heat currently hold a record of 42-33, sitting at the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference standings, while the Sixers are close behind with a record of 41-35, occupying the 8th seed position. A win for Heat would give them a crucial edge in the season series, putting them ahead 2-1 in head-to-head matchups. However, a loss would leave the tiebreaker to be determined by factors such as conference record or division title, with a slim possibility of catching up to the Orlando Magic's record, 44-31. The outcome of this game could potentially set the stage for a rematch between the Heat and the 76ers in a play-in game on April 16th, where the higher seed would enjoy home court advantage. The winner of this play-in game would then face the formidable number 2 seed, most likely the Milwaukee Bucks, in the opening round of the playoffs. Meanwhile, the loser would get another chance at home court advantage in the subsequent matchup against the winner of the game between the Chicago Bulls and Atlanta Hawks. Of course, both the Heat and the 76ers have their sights set on securing a top 6 seed to avoid the nerve-wracking play-in scenario together. As Heat backup enter Kevin Love emphasized, there's still work to be done in these final 7 games of the regular season. These games offer an opportunity for the Heat to showcase their strengths and solidify their playoff position. Thursday's game holds additional intrigue, with the return of Kyle Lowry to Miami for the first time since his trade to the Charlotte Hornets. Lowry's late-game heroics in the 76ers' previous victory over the Heat added an extra layer of drama to this highly anticipated matchup. On the other side, Terry Rozier, who has acquired the Heat in exchange for Lowry, is coming off at an impressive 34-point performance against the New York Knicks. With all these storylines converging into one pivotal game, Thursday night promises to be a thrilling battle as the Heat and the Sixers jockey for playoff position and supremacy in the Eastern Conference. His injury, particularly concerning due to his history with health issues, not only affects his physical abilities, but also raises questions about his career trajectory. Recovering from a meniscus tear like Embiid's is no easy feat. It entails a lengthy and rigorous rehabilitation process involving not just physical therapy, but also mental preparation to return to the intense demands of professional basketball. Strengthening exercises, agility training, and closely monitoring his knee's response to various activities are all crucial aspects of his recovery journey. The Philadelphia Sixers felt the impact of Embiid's absence keenly. His absence not only affected their on-court performance, but also disrupted the team's overall dynamics. Embiid's scoring prowess, defensive skills, and leadership qualities were sorely missed, emphasizing his pivotal role within the team. As news of Embiid's potential return began to circulate, excitement mounted among fans and teammates alike. His comeback signifies more than just his ability to put points on the board. It symbolizes hope for the 76ers to once again head for the championship title. However, Embiid's return comes with its own set of challenges. There will be pressure to perform at his pre-injury level, the physical demands of playing full games, and the mental hurdle of overcoming the fear of re-injury. How he navigates these challenges will determine his success on the court. Embiid's comeback isn't just significant for the 76ers, it holds importance for the entire NBA. As a marquee player, his presence on the court adds excitement to the game and influences the league's power dynamics. His return promises more competitive matchups and injects fresh energy into the basketball scene. When Embiid makes his much-anticipated return to the court, all eyes will be on him. It will be a momentous occasion, serving as a test of his recovery and a chance to reaffirm his status as one of the league's elite players. The first game back is always a mix of nerves and excitement, and for Embiid, it presents an opportunity to reclaim his leadership role within the team. Looking beyond the immediate return, Embiid's injury and subsequent recovery are likely to have a lasting impact on his career. It may prompt adjustments to his playing style with a focus on longevity and injury prevention. What will Joel Embiid's return mean for the Philadelphia 76ers and the NBA as a whole? Don't miss out on the excitement as we follow his journey back to the court, the impact he'll have on the game, and the thrill of watching one of basketball's brightest stars shine once again. Like, share, and subscribe to join us on this exhilarating ride.